What's up, guys? So today we're gonna work on the RX8 here. We got some more stripping out to do of the interior. So the driver's side's already done. So give you guys a look inside here. So yeah, driver's side's already mostly done. The rear seat is not bolted in. I just gotta rip that out. Some other parts there gotta be cleaned out. We started working on cutting this member here to cut the brace. For lowering the seat. The guy should be here sometime this week for to cut and weld up some new placement holes, and hopefully we'll get going from there. What else do we need to do today? So we need to take out this passenger seat, take out the carpet, take out the rear seat, and we'll see what else we need to do from there. Alright, so we'll get started at taking out the seat. So it's a little bit of a tight working space, but we can manage. So to remove the seat, it's 4 bolts, one right here, here, and 2 in the back. You gotta slide it forward, but I'll get started on the 2 in the front. So all 4 bolts are a size 14. They might be pretty tight on here. Not so much. So the reason why we're stripping out the car right now is to get ready for my roll cage is going to get put in. So yeah, we need to strip this out. So it looks like there's some plastic pieces covering the bolts. So I just need to get some flathead screwdriver or something like that to pry up on it. There we go. Do I got my pry tool here? Oh, my pry tool is better. Just a regular pry tool. Pry, and it comes off. Then you have access to your bolts. Now I think we're going to need a deep socket for this because it's pretty nestled in there. So 1 second, I'll be right back. So I got my set of deep sockets, and we said it's a 14. So here's a 14. I'll switch that out. Alright, go butter. It's a bit tighter than the other one. Sure enough, I got it. So the one on the left is a nut, and the one on the right is a bolt. They're both size 14. Next, we're going to want to push the seat forward, all the way forward, to get access to these rear ones here. So again, there's a plastic piece covering them. You're just going to want to pry. You may even be able to do it by hand. Yeah. Yeah, so just lift up on the bottom. go. Okay. It's a little issue right here. I'll get you guys. Little issue right here is you see the seat belt for the passenger side. It's covered by this. It's hooked up to this bar right here, and then the bolt for the seat is down there. So you got to remove this bar first, and then once you remove this bar, you get access to that bolt. Okay, so to remove this bar, we're gonna have to first lift up the seat, which is pretty easy since it's already unbolted. So the bottom seat, you just pry up on it, and it should come up. Hence should. There we go. There's a little bit of persuasion. There you go. And this one here, there's a bolt. There's a bolt right here and in here, but I already have them out, so all you gotta do is lift up, and that should come out. Alright, so now that these are out, we'll get rid of them, and I'll go put them inside. So now that we have that out, we can take this bar out. It should be a 14 again, and yes it is. A little bit tighter. So this bolt has a spacer on it, seems to be, and then that, we can leave that in there in case we need to put it back in. You can go ahead and take this one out. Still a 14. So this one is not a bolt, it's a nut. So once I take this off here, I'm gonna screw the nut back on the seat rail, and so we don't lose it. So there's that. There's that bar. And now we can just put this off on the side here. Screw this nut back on. Alright, now we can get to those these other ones down here that hold the seat in. And both the left and the right on the back are also bolts, not nuts. That's loose enough, I can do it by hand. It's a good idea maybe to use an extension on this one on the right, since it's a little bit deep down, but I was able to reach it. So that's an extension plus a deep socket. And there's that. And the last one near the transmission tunnel. And once you break that one loose as well, you can just take the socket off and use it by hand. A little bit easier. Those are there, and now the seat's ready to come out, but being mindful that It's still connected to the airbag sensor, so we're gonna have to lift it up and disconnect those. So once you lift this up, a whole bunch of connectors here. So as you can see here, excuse the trash. There's a whole bunch of connectors here. This white one here, you should just press down on this tab and it should come out. Never mind, it's going to be a little bit more work than that. Let me climb in here. So I know this yellow one is the airbag one. Everything in this car for airbag and safety will be yellow. It's the same thing on the steering wheel airbag. So on the back side here, you reach your hand behind there and you'll feel a small tab. It's not like the white ones here where they're a little bit harder. These are easier to push down. They're more spring loaded. So you can push those down and pry it off of here. I may need two hands, so let's see here. Right here. So you just push this tab down in the back here. And push down. These come off. That doesn't want to seem to come off either. Let's get a pry tool here. See if we can push down on it. There we go. So that's one. Just need to get the other one out. This is probably the plug for the heated seats, and probably some other sensors like a passenger sensor. There we go. Life is easier when you have the right tools. So I think that should be the last connection, and we can take this thing out. Engine plans, we're going to come out through the other side. A little bit more space on the side of the car. Wait, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to pick this straight up. So now that that's out, we can start taking up this trim here, and start prying up the carpet. So to pry up this trim, we're gonna just take our pry tool here, give a little pry up, and should come up nicely. When you're using your pry tool, be careful of the water seal, the weather sealing here. You don't want to tear it. or else when you all put this stuff back in later, if you decide to do that, it's going to be a little bit of a bitch. A good note to also do is the bolts that you took out for the seat. I like to put them back in the hole of the chassis, so we can do that here. I'm going to do the same for the front. And put that nut back on. Also that bolt. And then you can start slowly prying up the carpet. Let's remove all these tools here. Do some of this garbage. Some of these trim pieces that need to go back in that are still connected by wires and whatnot. And we forgot one piece. So there is this. There's this foot kick area. We forgot one piece. There's this 1 foot area cell here. You just need to pry that out. So oh, it looks like my stand is coming unscrewed here. Anyways, so let's see how we want to do this. See if we just pry here. We just pry. Oh, it looks like it wants to come out already. I need to pry up right here. Feels like there's a little. Let's see here. Why don't you want to come out? Ah, there we go. What else is holding it in? Seems like there's something holding it in down here. Let's see if we can get the pipe in there and pry it out. There we go. You need to throw that to the side. We'll get rid of all those later. Main concern is to get this carpet out right now. Alright, so once that's out, got everything out, you're going to want to start looking for these plastic clips here. Take your pry tool, start lifting up on them. If you want, you can get a small plastic bag, keep them aside. Sometimes they're handy for putting other stuff in. There's this one right here in the middle of the console area, right under the seat. That is held in by a screw type. So you just want to get a Phillips screwdriver and unscrew that. Once that's out, you want to take the base. That's when you can pry it up with your pry tool. You just pop that thing back in there. So there's going to be these plastic tabs all around the edge here. And it looks like we can start peeling back the carpet. Need to lift up on these tabs here. Oh, actually no, these are, you gotta pry them out. So you just get your little pry tool here. Looks like we might need pliers for that. So just the needle nose pliers. Press those clamping teeth in. pops right out. That's about it. Now you just want to start peeling back now. So part of it is tucked under this wiring harness here. Just want to pull up the plastic piece and take it out. So it looks like there's a tab under all the pieces. Let's see here, there might be tabs stuck under here somewhere. So then you'd have to get my light and see what's holding it. So once that's out, at the front you may need to just pull on the carpet a little bit, and then after that you should be clear. Just want to keep pulling up here. There we go. Now this should all be clear to come out. Make sure you fold it in on itself, so all the dirt that's in there, you don't want to get it up into your car. What's holding this in? Oh, of course, the cables that we unplugged. There you go. And you just fold it in on itself and pull it out. So, I need to get my breather here. So once your carpet is out, you're going to want to take this heater tunnel thing out. That's if you want. I'm going to take mine out because I think I'm going to leave the carpet out. So, if it's the same thing like this, the driver's side, you have to get up and under the dash and pry forward. But I'm just going to check right now. So for this, you're going to want to just pry forward on the on that thing, and it should come out, hopefully with some force. I remember the driver's side was a little bit of a pain in the ass. There you go. So if you see here, it's a D shape, and there's like a little collar coupler thing that holds on like that, and so the only way for it to come out is to go forward. So you just need to push this way, and it will come out. So the next couple of steps was going to be for me to clean up, and in the next couple of weeks I'm going to get some dry ice and start taking all this sound deadening out. See if we can get some weight out of this car. I'm going to do the rear as well. As you can see there under the carpet. I also need to take out the carpet in the back. So yeah, so stay tuned for more.